Okay, welcome to Board Park Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, May 3rd. Please call the roll.
Mr. Cappers.
Here.
Mr. Emmer.
Here.
Mrs. Westphal.
Here.
Okay, we have our minutes from our meeting of April 5th. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions of those minutes?
None here.
None.
Do I entertain a motion to approve those
I'll
minutes?
make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They stand approved. Okay, reports. Mr. Drake. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You have anything to add to your report?
Just one item real quick. The last remaining parkland encroachment that we had at Kings Chapel has been moved.
Okay.
That fence is now back onto private property, so every last encroachment is taken care of.
Super, good, thank you. Has the property been transferred to out in Archer Park yet? That encroachment that was out there?
Mrs. Knight.
Yes,
I'm
it has.
told by
That's
Mrs.
taken
Knight,
care of.
yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anything else to add to your report? Any questions
That's all.
of our park superintendent? Okay, Mr. Seiler, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Anything to add to your report, sir?
Nothing bad.
Any questions of Mr. Seiler? Moving right along. Mr. Brewer, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Do you have anything to add to your report?
Nothing to add. Golf course is in really good shape right now. We're obviously battling through some uneven weather, so that's besides that. We've been very busy on nice days and very not busy on a day like today. So,
The shoreline doing well?
yes, yeah,
Okay,
everything is going very well.
Great. Any questions of Mr. Brewer? Nope. I have no planning commission report. New business. I'm going to go out of order on the agenda for just a little bit to call Mrs. Knight up. She has a matter of most important matter to go ahead and talk to us about.
Thank you. On behalf of Kathy McIntosh, we would like to request 3 more uses of Prouty Plaza for this summer. They are for the 8th grade band and then the jazz band, that's also the junior high band, and the 7th grade band. Now, there may be only 2 of these bands actually perform. This is called Picnic on the Plaza. For some of you who remember 2019 when we had events, they came down and it was really nice, like 11:45, lunchtime, come down and hear the school band. So one date is May 13th, one is May 16th, one is May 17th, 11:45. We talked to Jeremy, we can bring in the showmobile. We won't be blocking the quadrant, but it would be nice if we could add these to our list of events and welcome back our young band members and have them perform for us.
Thank you, Ms. Knight. Jeremy, any problem?
No problem.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve those dates.
I'll make a motion to approve the dates that Sue outlined.
And I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Cappers.
Yes?
Mr. Emmer.
Yes.
Mrs. Westphal.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have a permission to place 2 interpretive signs at Mccaig and Race Park. Who's going to bring that to our attention? Salome?
And here with me is Ms. Hollycross. She's a Troy Human Relations Commission member. Troy Human Relations Commission has been working on historical markers project and to honor accomplishments of few Black community leaders. As an Exhibit A, you see 2 renderings of 2 signs we would like to have your permission to place at Mccaig and Race Park. And then Exhibit B shows the similar interpretive sign that you can see. So the other 2 signs, if we have your permission, would look like this, the same. The shape will be the same, but the renderings will be on the display.
We're honoring 4 different individuals, correct?
Including
Well,
5.
One being a couple.
Yes,
Okay. And you say there's 2 signs, so 2 entities are going to share a sign, right?
yes.
Okay. And we have signs available for that purpose, Jeremy? I noticed there's at least 3 signs out there. Are they being used now?
Yes, they are being used. These would be new in addition to
Okay.
those.
And who's erecting those?
We are the signs will be ordered from the company, Paneer, and then funds will be used from the Troy Human Relations Commission budget, and then we would probably would like park department's help to put up the signs at the park.
Yes, these would actually bolt right to the concrete pad that's part of the gazebo. right adjacent to the gazebo.
Okay.
So it literally bolt directly to the
So
concrete.
both the signs would be in the area of the gazebo where it's
Yes,
at
yep.
now? Gotcha, okay. Thank you. Anything else to add?
No.
Any questions?
No?
I love it.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, great idea.
I'll entertain a motion.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve the addition of 2 signs at Mccaig and Race Park.
And I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Cappers.
Yes?
Mr. Emmerich.
Yes?
Mrs. Westfall.
Yes.
Motion approved.
I might make a note that there has been some vandalism in that park on those signs that have been out there. Will you be looking at those every once in a while to?
So they're not only in my direct neighborhood, but the signs, and the people on the signs are being erected because it was the voice of our city and specifically that neighborhood. So I'm a little overconfident that they will be taken care of, but we will be out there.
Okay, thank you.
ensuring this.
And there's no glass or plexi or anything on them, because that seemed to be what,
It's plexiglass, isn't it?
is it?
No,
I
no,
don't think
there
so.
is no glass on it, but
Okay.
there is a material, graffiti-safe wipes that could be used to remove graffiti off the signs. We had the same issue with the other similar type of signs at other locations, and those wipes are working so far, but I don't know if the some other permanent markings are used on the signs that will not, I cannot promise that it will be removable all the time, but so far, the ones we had, we were able to remove those using wipes.
Thank you.
Awesome.
We're
Chairman,
also gonna plan to, if we can get it done in time, to erect at at the Juneteenth ceremony, so we can collectively have the culture that they are the community signs. And so we're also gonna bleed that responsibility out to our community to ensure that they're being taken care of, because these are predominant African Americans that have contributed a lot to our city, and so.
well, with the material work chain, I don't know if you'll have them by Juneteenth.
Yeah, I know.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Definitely, thank
Jeremy,
you.
the signs are out there now. We had a number of signs along that walkway
Yeah.
showing the library storyboards. A number have been taken out, right?
All of the storybook walk signs have been removed. Yeah,
Okay.
that was up to the library to maintain those and take care of those as they were vandalized, and it got to be such a problem, they removed them.
We've got 3 standing signs out there now I've seen. What do they show?
We do. Those commemorate the relationship with our sister city and Takahashi City and
Gotcha.
the trees that are planted there.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Discussion of adding an ADA ramp and patio to the Troy Senior Citizen Center. Who wants to lead that discussion? Ladies, if you want to come forward, we'll need your name and address, please.
I'm Rebecca Riley. I live 1467 Mccaig Avenue, Troy, Ohio. I'm involved with the Senior Citizens Center. I'm vice president right now. I've been on facilities for 3 years. I have a problem with the handicap accessibility of our building. Our handicap area now is a sidewalk that comes out the North Market Street door. You have to go clear around the building to get to the parking lot. There's no rail, nothing. The lighting, there's no lighting, and if somebody fall, it's blind all the way down through there. There's no windows or anything that we can see out up to see if somebody would fall. And only somebody that would come in and a vehicle could possibly find them. The new ramp that I'm proposing would come out to the side door. Well, it's the front and back, it's really the north side door. Come out and go to the right. There's a bunch of stuff there, trash gathers in there and stuff. I'd like to clean that up, make that all patio, bring the handicap ramp out that door, come down and have it meet in with the steps, so have a loading zone that people could pick them up there. To the right, as we come out of our building, there's the The air conditioning unit, there's a transformer in the ground. And I'm not sure, does that transformer work? Does anybody know? Do we use it?
We don't know.
Okay, it has, if it's got the original oil in it, it's illegal. If it's not, it needed to be changed to a seed oil or a vegetable oil. And if it did, it's got hazardous, it's very flammable, and it's right up against the building. And if it's not used, I'd like to have that removed and that whole area concreted, clear out to the edge of the building and down to make a little patio sitting area that we could sit outside when we're there to visit. I have gotten a quote for the concrete work and the landscaping, a quote for we'll put handicap accessible hardware on the existing door that's there, so both doors will be handicap accessible. But when you come down out of that parking lot, you'll be right into the handicap area of our parking lot. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah. So the total is around $50,000?
Well, the concrete and landscaping was $48,000, that's from Dan Dalton. Then it's about $1,800 to add to the hardware to my door. And then I would like to cover the patio and all the way down the steps and ramp to the parking lot to shelter our members, guests. And Nathan Seeple, he's a local independent carpenter, would cover that with wood. Wouldn't be like a patio cover, aluminum, it would be wood, with the roof being the same as what they're putting on now, which is a metal roof. Right now, if you look at it, there's about 5 different roof lines. He would change that to there be 3, and that side of the building would look more professional. Because right now, there's a brown vestibule there that needs to come down. It's loose from the concrete. They keep repairing it, but it looks pretty tacky to me. So I've been working on this for about a year.
Jeremy, what do you think? What do we got?
Yeah, no, I think it's overall a good plan. Nikki's actually working on CDBG grant money to fund at least the ramp portion, the way I understand it.
Yeah, the ramp and the patio, but they don't want to fund the cover, but I think that's important too for seniors.
Yeah, I think the cover is totally separate. I've not discussed that with Nikki at all. I know that CDBG funds were not going to be sufficient enough to cover that portion of the project. The ramp is neither here nor there, or I'm sorry, the cover, I'm kind of neutral on an opinion on that. I think the ramp itself and the patio is a good idea, and if grant money can cover it, then why not?
Okay.
I have a question. What's a transformer?
Yeah, that's actually the electric, and we don't know, AES is gonna have to come out and do some kind of an electric survey to see. At one time, apparently, the electric either did or may still come into the building there and transforms
Underground?
the power.
Yes.
Normally, the
Oh,
transformers are up
okay.
on the poles
Yeah.
to drop down from high voltage to lower, like 110 or 220.
Right.
For whatever reason, this is old enough that there's something there in the ground that we're told is a transformer.
It's got a grate and it's locked.
Totally up to AES to Energy to come out and figure out what they need to do, if they need to update that, or could tell us if it's still being used or not. I don't know at this point.
I researched and I could not find out if it was working, and it was too cold all winter long to go out there and sit and wait to see if it's going to kick on, but it did not kick on when I was out there. But behind those bushes, you can't even see out our kitchen windows because the bushes, they're very neatly trimmed. It looks very nice. They take very good care of our building, our facility, but you can't see out.
So you're wanting to remove those?
Yeah, that would have to come out to put that ramp down because it has to have a curve in it
Okay,
for a runaway wheelchair, they call it.
okay.
And there's room there to do that, and I would have the ramp come down and the steps come down the same with a cover so to protect our people.
Do we have money in the budget? No. probably do is go ahead and apply for the CBG funds, take care of the ramp portion, and we can, if you can get us further estimates on the rest of the stuff that you wanted there.
He said it'd be about $50,000, but he couldn't give me a price because of the way materials are right now.
Yeah.
He said and they said it'd be at least a year and a half before it would even go through, so he couldn't give me a definite price.
The budget cycle starts in, say, like October. So if we could get the information, or October, we can talk about that, putting it in the budget for next year. In the meantime, we can continue with the grant request and see what shakes any money out for that.
Well, part of that roof is supposed to be in the budget to repair or replace. We have metal on part of it, and part of it is not. And part of this is metal, and I didn't want them to put a new roof on and tear it down to put.
I know we did a lot of work on the roof in the
We're doing the
past.
remainder of the asphalt shingle roof
Right.
in-house this year.
Yeah.
So that will have metal on it, totally separate from this proposed structure.
Okay. Well, keep in communication with us, particularly Jeremy, so that we can go ahead and let you know how the grant requests are coming. And otherwise, we can go ahead and keep it in mind for our budget process for next year.
Okay.
Are there any other grants available out there?
Yes, there are, and I'm Ashley. I'm the new director at the center, so I'm really excited to be here. But we have gotten so much help from Jeremy and everybody there. They come, they do any and everything that we have any issues with, so that's not even a problem. We're trying to get out there and make it a little bit accessible for the members and people coming in, and we
That's
just
totally understandable. Yeah.
we just want to kind of get it going, and this seemed like the first way to.
And if you ever come
Get it out there.
just drive by and come in the parking lot, you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's just a safety thing, and I think trimming a couple bushes, doing those things for now will be more than enough, but we're trying to get it a little bit more. I run in and out, and I'm new, and I plan on being here for a while, but they need to be able to come in and out themselves and
Sure.
have it safe. I try to keep an eye out and stuff now, so.
The steps, people come up with a walker, and they've got their walker, and then they hand this rail, and they give them up, and stuff. It's just very difficult.
And I don't know why it's that front door, which is the back door, the one by my office window. So I'll jump up, run down the stairs, help them run back up, jump down, run. No, the area back here, I think if someone falls, I wouldn't see them. And that's on us to do grants, for security cameras and which we will eventually, but I think just kind of getting out here and voicing what we are seeing and needing.
And we did apply for a grant already this year that we're going to accept, I think, this week. I guess we can tell it. New hand blow dryers in the bathrooms so that we don't have paper mess in there, because it's just,
Well, I hope it doesn't blow the transformer.
yeah. But
Okay.
anyway, like I say, if I don't want to put new concrete down and everything, and then find out that transformer has to come out, somebody needs to check that out, and I don't know where to go from here.
Well, that'd be part of the bidding process, I would imagine, when and if that happens.
Okay.
So we'll take a look at it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Kyler, that used to be the golf pro shop. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did know that. Somebody told me that a while ago.
Okay. Next part, we have a presentation by Girl Scout Troop 33193. Going to the dogs? Is that right? Hi.
Hello, thanks for having us. My name is Chelsea Starnes, 221 Penn Road.
And I'm Kendra Giblin, 874 Gearhart Lane.
We are the two troop leaders for Girl Scout Troop 33193, which is based out of Troy. And they have a presentation for a service project that they would like to propose to you.
Great.
So we're going to hand over to them.
Hi, I'm Myla Lee. I'm Elena Giblin. I'm Morgan Sibley. I'm Berlin Murphy. I'm Isabel Goodwin.
Well, welcome, ladies.
Hello, thank you for meeting with us today. Thank you. We are troop 33193, and we are a junior Girl Scout troop from Troy, Ohio. This is Isabel Goodwin. This is Berlin. This is Morgan, and that's Elena. What is the Bronze Award? The Bronze Award is the highest community service award that the Junior Girl Scouts grades 4 and 5 can attain. This project must be something that continues to serve the community after it is done. Each girl must complete at least 20 hours of community service to get this award. Why Duke Park? Well, one reason is we all love animals. And we all surveyed some community members and saw that there was a need. We would like to build some agility obstacles for the dogs to use, such as the balance beam, the hoop jump, and the A-frame. We will be using pressure-treated wood so it lasts a long time, and we can also stain the wood. We have done lots of research and have plans for building them. We would also like to provide a bin for toys. Community members will be able to take a toy if they need one or donate a toy for others to use. We would also like to donate money to buy 2 trees to be planted in the dog park for shade. Any questions?
Excellent presentation. Thank you very much.
Very nice,
Appreciate
very
that.
nice.
Jeremy, I think we could use some additional activity items out there at the Duke Park.
Yep.
I do have a couple of questions. Who would erect these amenities out there? Yes, ma'am.
Us.
You would? You and your parents, maybe?
This is Girl Scout troop. Yeah.
With your parents, because there's probably going to be power tools involved?
We will be.
Okay. I don't know that we need to take any action on this. Do you have any questions of them, or anybody have a concern?
No, it was a great presentation, and I love the options here. As a dog owner, I think it's a fun and it's a good setup, and it seems like a great project. So, yeah, whatever we can kind of do to support.
I guess just a couple things real quick. Kind of, what was the timeline that you were thinking that these would be ready to be installed?
Sure. So at this point, they are ready to get the ball rolling. They have researched price of materials, which we will be covering as a troop. That's all their fundraising for the past 2 years is going towards this. They've looked up building plans. It's ready to go. We're just waiting for the final approval. The firm deadline is their project has to be done by September, but they're ambitious and they want it done like June. They want it for people to use for this summer, so.
There's a line of demarcation out there between small dogs and large dogs. Is it your intention to have these amenities in both sides of the park or just on one side?
Well, we have been thinking about that. We were going to do the big dog park side, but we have, and we wanted to take this up with you guys. We could put a few things over at the small dog park and then a few things at the big dog park.
So you'd spread that out, maybe 1 tree on each side or something?
Yes, and we were thinking that we could put the balance beam on the small dog park because it would be easier for them to go up, and then the A-frame on the big dog park.
I like that idea.
Okay, thank you. I guess maybe we ought to have a motion to at least approve the concept.
Yeah. And work with Jeremy on the tree type.
Yeah, work with Jeremy on the location of the amenities. In fact, I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept the presentation and the gifts that the Girl Scout troop is going to give to the city of Troy with our thanks and acknowledgement, and have you contact Jeremy when you're ready to construct or pick out a tree so that he can coordinate those things, and he'll know what the prices are on the trees and things like that, and I'll make such a motion.
And he'll probably plant the trees, right?
Yeah.
Most likely. We'll work that out.
Yeah. There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second that.
Mr. Emery, second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ladies, thank you very much and good luck. We appreciate your
Yeah,
donation.
Great idea.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, next, the more exciting matters. Phase 2 of the West Main Street Improvement Project. Jill, are you making the report?
Yes.
I'm not going to be as exciting as that presentation, so we're
That's
talking
a
about.
tough to follow.
Yeah, easements. So I kind of provided, I don't know if you guys get hard copies, maybe
We got it.
okay, the easiest, this was page 80 of your packet, but,
We didn't see anything of that large.
okay, and
They're
so.
8.5 by 11.
Oh, they are.
They're copied by,
Yeah.
Yeah, so this kind of, one of the questions when you had provided me the packet the other day, Mr. Cappers, was where are these easements, like what property? So there was kind of an overview of West Main and where these easements are being requested. And also I was told today, because I haven't gotten to council yet, you can't sign anything, but you guys can approve it. Once it goes to council and it passes the easement acceptance from council, then you can sign the actual documents.
Okay.
That's just,
I'm not saying I agree with that, but, because it's in the name of the Board of Park Commissioners.
yes, I agree, so that,
Okay.
okay. But anyways, so there's 3 easements that are being requested, and there is, most of it is temporary, some of it is WD, warranty deed, for permanent easements. So if I start, Mccaig Park is one of them, that's parcel number 57, so that is included, you guys would have received like 3 different packets. Again, it's kind of, there's a lot of different papers associated with it. There's a parcel 14, a parcel 22, and a parcel 57.
I just want to make sure you've reviewed this stuff, because we're relying on you
Yeah.
to make sure this is all correct.
Yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of faith in this engineering group, because there is no such entity as the Board of Park Commissioners of Miami County, Ohio, which shows on parcel 57, parcel 14.
Okay, I guess okay.
On the map.
Here, okay. And I'm looking, like, this is to the Board of Park Commissioners of the City of Troy. I gotcha.
Well, it's interesting, when you take a look at the map.
I see what you're saying.
On 57.
Yep.
At the top, it's Board of Park Commissioners of Miami County. At the bottom, they've got the Board of Park Commissioners of the City of Troy, which is correct.
Yes,
So I want to make sure that we're relying on you to make sure that
Yep.
this is correct.
yes. And yes, I have reviewed it, and that's what I was looking at, these documents that'll actually be recorded, the warranty deeds that'll be recorded.
Okay.
So,
The location on these, as I can see it, is along Mccaig Park.
yep, and then,
South side of Main Street.
yep,
And down where the old Perkins Restaurant used to be, across from the new construction, down.
Taco
towards
Bell.
Dorset Taco Bell.
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And-
Perkins resident, yeah.
And as well as adjacent to, I want to say PNC Bank, I think,
Right,
right at Dorset. So on each side of Dorset.
right.
Okay,
It is on
okay.
the side of Dorset, yeah.
Yeah. And so there's different parcels, requests like the 14, which is right adjacent, right in front of PNC Bank. We're requesting some warranty deed and some temporary easement. The parcel, which is called parcel 22, which is in front of Subway, as well as Taco Bell between Dorset and Norwich. We're requesting warranty deed and temporary. The warranty deed is related there to a stormwater structure as well as the corner, kind of at Dorset, the infrastructure. And then 57 is Mccaig Park, and we are requesting utility easements as well as temporary easement. Utility easement is for some electrical infrastructure, because as a part of the Main Street project, we're taking the overhead and making it buried, and AES needed location for some of their transformers and other items.
Just for your information, Susan and Jordan, when that shopping center went in, there was a strip of land next to Main Street that they actually dedicated as a park, and it was owned by the Board of Park Commissioners. So
Huh.
right out in front of the old Perkins Restaurant, where Taco Bell is now, there was, Jeremy, is it still there? The flagpole?
Yeah.
There's a flagpole there. What's happening to the flagpole?
It is staying.
It's staying.
Yes.
Come out.
It needs to come
It's got a big crack in it, so
Yeah.
it can never be used again, so.
Can they take it out
Work on trying to get
as a part of the highway improvement?
I was going to say, I can probably put that in the plans to be
Yeah.
removed. It obviously doesn't necessarily, I mean, yeah, I don't think that that would be a problem, that we could get it in the plans
Perkins
to be
Restaurant
removed.
put that up, if you recall correctly. They had this humongous flag. And of course, they came to the park board way back in the day, can we put up a flagpole? And being the patriotic souls that we are, yeah, but this also was an advertisement for them. You don't go off the interstate and see the flag. But then when they left, it of course was ours. We've never done anything with it, but it's going to be a safety issue if it's.
You're educating me as well. I didn't know that that's how it, like how that was dedicated as park land.
So,
Didn't quite
yeah, if you
understand.
could get them to take that flagpole out.
Yeah.
We can't use it anywhere else, we've tried, so.
Yep.
So the action you want us to take today is to approve,
The granting of the easements and donation of the easements.
okay. And this is interesting because we're granting the easements and donating the property to the city of Troy, from the Board of Park Commissioners of the
Yes.
city of Troy. Woo.
Yes, and I didn't know if you wanted me to come back next month to talk, to actually make the motion.
No, we're going to
I
make a
was-
motion and recommend to city council. It's
Perfect.
approved.
That would be
In fact,
appreciated.
I'll also make that motion right now.
I'll second, go ahead. I'll second it, doesn't matter.
Any further discussion? Any questions of Jill? Okay, please call the roll.
Mr. Cappers?
Yes,
Mr. Emmer?
Yes?
Mrs. Westfall?
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have an update from the president, Dana Smith, of the Troy Baseball Parents Association. Come on up.
Thank you. Dana Smith, 1730 Marby Drive here in Troy. I'm the president of the Baseball Parents Association. If you recall, we were here, I say we, it's just me this time because we have a game at 5 o'clock against Piqua, so that's a good excuse in this city. But last year we were here looking for approval to put signs on the alpha fences to fund some improvements. Obviously, that didn't work out as we had liked, so we're taking a different approach, and we're creating a capital campaign to go ask for $185,000 to do a brick backstop, a new netting system that's 40 foot tall by 200 foot that will run visitor dugout, past home dugout, along the parking lines, along that dangerous area. The reason we've decided to take this approach is it's a little bit easier. It's a little easier to come to you and say, hey, we've got some money to spend versus, hey, can you help us raise money? We've got a little bit of experience on our board now. Jim Daniels, I'm not sure if you guys know Jim, but Jim was pretty instrumental in the Lincoln Center project and helped them raise the 4.5 million that they raised for that project. He's helping us out on this project. His son played baseball, his grandson played baseball in this program, so he's got some vested interest in it, and he's bringing to us a lot of experience. We've got, as I said before, we're striking while the iron's hot. Last time I was here, I talked about we had 12 board members, and we had just finished a mulch sale where we made $9,000. Now I have 19 board members, and we made $17,000 in our mulch sale. So like I said, we've got some money to start talking bigger and better things, and that's what this is allowing us to do. We're in the very early stages of this planning. We thought we'd get here in front of you guys first before we go asking for a lot of money and then getting it and then not being able to use it. I thought this was the prudent approach. Our first meetings were with the school to get their buy-in and make sure we use their name in the proper tone and that they're on board with it, and they are. Then we spoke with Jeremy out at the field 3 weeks ago, told him what we were going to do, and now we're here. What we're looking for is just alignment with the city that if we go do this, that you're going to support us, and we'll do what we need to do along the way to make sure you get the information you need and are aware of the things that we want to do and what we're getting funding to do, but we want alignment before we go do that. I think it makes sense if we're going to go ask people for some significant amount of money, that we have the city on board and we have the schools on board. So that's what Jim Daniel brought to that discussion was let's get everybody in alignment. We haven't spent a lot of money of our own to go do the the storyboards and the renderings and things like that, because we haven't been here yet. I want to make sure we get that done before, my board has approved $2,000 to go get some of that work done. So we're going to go do that pending the results of this discussion here. And like I said, the timing is right for us. Typically for our board, people serve 2 or 3 years and then their kids graduate and they move on. And to get something like this done, it takes more than 2 or 3 years, and not too many people want to work on a Troy Baseball Parents Association when they don't have kids in the organization. I've got the commitment of several guys that we're going to do that and see this project through. Like I said, we also have 19 people on that board. When I talked to our Parents Association, I said, hey, I need to be able to say, hey, I've got a bunch of parents of older kids, and I've also got parents of younger kids. So we've got some 7th and 8th grade parents that are on our board as well, so there'll be a smooth transition. We're doing that for a couple reasons. One, so I can tell this story. 2, so we can continue that mulch sale, which is just growing and growing and growing for us. Like, it's really working well. So we don't want to lose that momentum, but we do have that momentum. We had well over 100 people on our mulch delivery day. We had, each kid sold almost 95 bags. It's really, we got a lot of activity, and like I said, the iron's hot, so we're going to try to go ask for that kind of stuff. So a couple things specifically that I would like to bring up is, one of the things, since it's regarding signage, I thought it would be prudent to talk about is, we'd like to put a plaque somewhere on the brick backstop that we'd like to build that says, thank you for the generous donations from. It would be probably, it won't be taller than 2 feet, because that's how tall the backstop's going to be. So it'll be probably 18 inches by maybe 3 or 4 feet, depending on how many people actually donate. Something that we can go to the people we're asking for funds for and say, hey, here's part of the return, and give them some recognition. I think that's the people that are going to be giving money to us probably will likely need recognition or be able to say that they did this. And
it's not anything you're going to be able to read from the street. It's
no.
Really something, if you walk up to the backstop, oh, there's my name.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And we may come back to you and ask to sell bricks with people's names on it, something similar to that, but we haven't got there yet. Right now, what we're thinking is some type of placard that acknowledges the donations. Okay. Makes it a little easier to ask for donations when we say, here's what you get in return. A nice handshake's not as good enough as it used to be, but recognition on something that's permanent that you can have out there, or temporarily permanent, however you want to look at it. So we're looking for that. We're looking for, as we go through this project, there's going to be things that need to be done to the field that the Parks Board probably needs to do. There's utilities out there, there's old light poles that probably need to be removed. If there's things that are within the budget or within the ability of the Parks Board to cover, we'd like you to do that, so we don't have to pay for that to be done. That makes it a little bit easier for us to get our project done.
If there's anything like that, we need lots of time in advance with good estimates to put it into our budget.
Yeah, we'll definitely work with Jeremy on that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep those to a minimum, obviously, because we've got a dream to get this done for as quick as possible, because we've got kids that are, my son's a junior. It's probably not going to happen for him, but a lot of guys that we're working with have sophomore kids, and if we can get it done for their senior year, which is 18, 19 months, that would be beneficial to them.
Thank you for the update. I'm fully in support of the project. I think it would look really nice. I appreciate you coming to us and asking us about it and giving us this update. Do either one of you have any questions or comments?
No, kudos to you in putting this together. I know, like I said, it was about a year ago. It feels like
it has been a while.
Came in the first time, and looks like that you have a pretty clear and concise roadmap. So, yeah, to your point, if there is those items that you think that we can assist with, the sooner the better, so we can kind of start outlining what resources we have to allocate to that, probably, right?
I just there's always, when people come before us, I always got to mention a couple things. Number one, any improvements you make out there, make sure you address them with Jeremy, because Jeremy will need to tell you, no, you can't put that here. Yeah. Maybe you need to put it over here, or something like that. Yeah. And number two, be cognizant of the fact that we're fully supportive of it, the endeavor, but it is a public property. It's not your own personal fiefdom. If a father and a son want to come out and have a toss or hit balls, and you guys aren't using it, it might get used for that purpose.
That's what we want.
Okay, very good. Thank you. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, we are, absolutely. Yeah.
Man, these are overdue, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And like I said, we've got a revenue stream now that we can keep doing things in the future. If we keep the momentum going, I don't want to run out of that momentum.
Okay.
So, thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Any comment or question?
No, I know what utilities that he's talking about, and Patrick and I have talked about some solutions to that. So I think moving forward, we'll be able to address some of this fairly quickly.
Good.
So.
Commissioners have anything else you want to discuss? Mayor, did you have anything you want to bring to the attention of the park board?
This is the best meeting you've had all year.
It's certainly the longest we've had all year. Anybody else in the audience have anything they want to address? Hearing nothing, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
And Mrs. Westfall, second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We stand adjourned.